The third season of The Summer I Turned Pretty is finally coming to Prime Video, and it will mark the end of the series. Adapted from Jenny Han's best-selling book Trilogy, the show follows Belly Conklin as she spends her summers with her childhood friends, Jeremiah and Conrad, at Cousins Beach, Massachusetts. Belly has been in love with Conrad since she was young, and each summer brings new changes in their relationships. As Belly approaches her 16th birthday, these changes shake up her friendships and her feelings in ways she never anticipated. The first two seasons were huge hits with both critics and viewers. Since the Season 2 finale aired in 2023, fans have been eagerly waiting for the third season. After a 2-year delay, Prime Video finally confirmed that Season 3 will premiere on July 16, 2025. Even though there's a ton of excitement around the new season, Prime Video has made it clear that the show will end after Season 3. The show is based on Jenny Han's Trilogy, which was published between 2009 and 2011. The first season of the show covers the events of the first book, The Summer I Turned Pretty, where Belly experiences the ups and downs of first love and heartbreak. She navigates her feelings for Conrad, his brother Jeremiah, and a new friend named Cam. Season 2, on the other hand, adapts the second book, It's Not Summer Without You. This season focuses on the struggles at Cousins Beach House, especially Belly's ongoing confusion about her feelings for Conrad and Jeremiah, while they all cope with the impending loss of their mother, Susanna. Each season of the show corresponds to one book from the trilogy, and now Season 3 will bring the story to a close by covering the third and final book, We'll Always Have Summer. In this final season, Belly is ready to take the next step in her life, and she'll need to figure out once and for all where she stands with both Conrad and Jeremiah, while also saying goodbye to her summers at the beach house. This marks the end of Belly's coming-of-age story, and the show's cast is ready for the final chapter. Gavin Casalegno, who plays Jeremiah, has mentioned that Season 3 will be the conclusion of the story Jenny Han started, and with only 3 books in the series, it's easy to see why Prime Video has decided not to extend the show beyond the third season. But why is it a good thing that Season 3 is the last? A fourth season would likely feel unnecessary and unfaithful to the original story. If the show went beyond Season 3, it would have to create new plot lines that go beyond what Jenny Han wrote, which could easily stretch the story out and dilute its themes of growing up, love, family, and friendship. It could risk losing the emotional depth that made the first 3 seasons so compelling. Additionally, the third book, We'll Always Have Summer, includes an epilogue that gives a glimpse of what happens to Belly, Conrad, and Jeremiah after the main events of the story. This epilogue might be explored in Season 3, and that would wrap up everything beautifully, making a fourth season not just unnecessary, but also awkward in terms of continuity. The teaser for Season 3 has already been released, and it hints at how the season will end the story. In the Season 2 finale, we saw Conrad, played by Christopher Briney, struggling with his emotions over his mother's death, and although Belly ended up with Jeremiah, Conrad's unresolved feelings were still hanging in the air. Season 3 is set to dive into these unresolved tensions. The teaser for the final season gives us a glimpse of Belly and Jeremiah's romantic bliss, set to Taylor Swift's Daylight, before Conrad unexpectedly shows up at Belly's door, switching the mood as Swift's Red takes over. This sets the stage for more drama, and it's clear that the love triangle between Conrad, Belly, and Jeremiah will take center stage in the final season. For fans of romance stories, especially those who love a good love triangle, the tension in the teaser is exactly what they want. Even though it seemed like Conrad was out of the picture at the end of Season 2, this teaser suggests there's still more to unravel in the relationships between Belly and both brothers. The show has always thrived on this triangle, with the tension between Belly, Conrad, and Jeremiah being one of its most compelling aspects. In romance narratives, there's always that moment where everything seems perfect, only for a huge complication to arise, usually around the middle or end of the story. That's what fans are expecting here, a late second act breakup or a moment of doubt before the story reaches its final emotional conclusion. The final season of The Summer I Turned Pretty is set to deliver that heart-wrenching moment that fans are craving. So what does the Season 3 teaser mean for the show? Well, it looks like it's continuing the dramatic tension that has made the series so compelling, for viewers who are invested in the love triangle, this season will likely give them the emotional roller coaster they've been waiting for. The teaser focuses on Belly and Jeremiah's sweet moments, but it's clear that things are about to get complicated when Conrad returns to the picture. When it comes to the characters, it's hard not to appreciate the dynamic between the brothers. While some people might lean toward Team Conrad or Team Jeremiah, both characters have their own strengths and weaknesses. Conrad is intense and emotionally unavailable, but that's part of what makes him so compelling. On the other hand, Jeremiah is open, cheerful, and deeply caring. But he's also facing his own challenges, especially as he deals with the loss of his mother. These contrasting personalities create a fascinating dynamic, and Season 3 is sure to explore this even more as Belly makes her final decision. Belly's character has also grown a lot over the past 2 seasons. At the start of the series, she was more passive, letting the events around her, especially her romantic life, unfold. But by Season 3, if the show stays true to the book, Belly will have evolved into someone who actively makes choices for herself, rather than just reacting to what's happening around her. This development is essential to her coming-of-age journey, and it'll be interesting to see how the final season handles this shift. Ultimately, Season 3 of The Summer I Turned Pretty promises to bring everything full circle. The relationships, the love triangle, Belly's growth, it's all building toward a dramatic and emotional finale that will wrap up her coming-of-age story in a satisfying way. Fans have been invested in Belly's journey for years, and now, with the end in sight, they'll finally get the closure they've been waiting for. So while it's bittersweet that Season 3 will be its last, it's also the perfect time for the show to come to an end. The story has run its course, and there's no need to stretch it out any further. By staying true to Jenny Han's trilogy, the show can deliver a finale that's both heartfelt and true to the characters fans have come to love. The love triangle will be resolved, Belly's journey will reach its peak, and the series will leave its mark as one of the most memorable coming-of-age stories on TV. And that's that for today's video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. Your suggestions for future videos are always welcome in the comments below, so let me know what you'd like to see next. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to stay in the loop, especially if you want more updates on Season 3. Plus, I'd love to hear your thoughts on today's topic, so drop a comment and let's discuss. Now, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. You know you want to.